Hey guys, Mix here. Today we're going to be working on a new fixer-upper. So the reason I call this a fixer-upper is because, it wouldn't really be a build because it's already pretty much built. But it's a Manco Thunderbird frame. And if you remember the red mini bike build, this is the same engine because the engine kind of blew up in a way. Because it's terrible. So today I'm going to just try something, try and fix it. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unbolt the airbox. And as you can see, this entire rod is stripped out of the engine. So I can't really take out this bolt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind it off and then just get a new bolt for it. So I have the airbox off, and as you can see, that's the problem right there. There's only one rod in there, and there's one that's stuck in here. And I can't take off this gasket because it gets thicker towards the end and it won't just slide off. Alright, so I'm going to leave the airbox alone just for now, and I'm taking off the valve cover to check the valves, because when I pull this it just totally locks up. So I think I found out why this thing isn't running. The push rod fell off of the rocker arm. So this should be a pretty easy fix. I just gotta put the push rod back onto the rocker. Alright, so I have the rocker out. Now I have to slide in the push rod and then re-put in the rocker. Alright, so I have the rocker and push arm hooked up. Now I just have to put in the two little, little washer type things to hold in the rocker. Also, one thing that I'm doing is putting paper towel around around the bottom of the rocker. So if I were to slip up with the little washer things, then it wouldn't fall into the engine. Alright, so this clip is being really annoying and not going in. So what I'm going to try and do is heat this up and try and get it to expand so it can go around, the little type of wrist pin type of thing. So hopefully this works. Alright, so heating it up didn't really work, but so I tried to switch the clips because I was trying to get in that one into that one. So I flipped it, and now that one went in. Alright, so I got both of the pins in. This one was pretty annoying because the fender was right here, so I couldn't really fit my hand in there. Alright, so now with the valves all fixed, now I'm gonna check the valve clearance. So what you want to do is stick a screwdriver down the spark plug hole and bring the piston all the way up until it starts to go back down. So that's called TDC. And then what you want to do is stick this between right in the middle of there, and usually you want it to be at 5 thousandths. So these are both a little bit too tight, so then what you want to do is just loosen this nut up a little bit and then check it again. Alright, so this is the intake valve, and I just loosened up this little nut here, and now I can slide this in. And what you want is the tension to be a little bit tight on it, but enough where you can move it a little bit freely. Alright, so the valve clearances are all good. Now I just have to make a new seal for the valve cover and then work on the airbox. Alright, so I got a seal all around. I'll show you guys what I used after I put on the valve cover. This is what I used for the valve cover seal. Before I just used before this I just used regular silicone, but this one says for auto and marine sealant, and I also used it for the crankcase, and it's working pretty good. So now I'm going to work on the airbox. I can't even take out this rod because once I start to unbolt that bolt, the whole thing starts twisting, so it won't come out. So I'm just going to grind it while holding the airbox. So this is what the bolt looks like after grinding it. So now I'm just going to try and take a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and try and just break it off. Got the bolt off, which is good, but I probably just ruined all the threads. It's not really focusing, but you can probably tell that I grinded a lot of the rod off. But at least it's off. First, I'm just going to take off the entire carburetor because all back there is all dirty. So I just want to clean it all out. So the carburetor's out, and I'm just going to clean out all that stuff in there and make it all clean. So the threads in the engine are all stripped, like just worn out. So what I did is I took that sealant that I used for the valve cover, and I just dipped the rod into there, and then just took the hammer and just hammered it in, and it's actually staying in there, you know, better than I thought it would. So I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit and reinstall the carburetor. One more thing that I did is I just added that sealant to the bottom of the carburetor so no gas seeps through when going into the combustion chamber. I have everything hooked up again. Now I just have to add oil in it and pray that this thing starts up. I'm adding oil to it now, and then we'll see if it starts up. Alright, so here we go, guys. I really hope this starts up. I can pull it now, so that's good. Come on. Ah. So I'm happy that it started up, but I have to mess with the throttle a little bit because it's not working. So I'm just gonna take off the gas tank and then take a look. I found the problem. It was this rod here slipped out of the throttle. So I got that all hooked up, and now it's working. Now it's all working. Alright guys, so I'm super happy that the engine's running. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.